Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live stream. My name is Evan, and today we're going to be naming every city in Ontario. So this is a quiz, and we're going to be naming every single one of these red dots on the map, and there are 153 of them. So let's do this thing, and let's get started. I'm thinking we're going to start in deep southwestern Ontario with these cities. Okay. So we got Windsor, Ontario, as well as Leamington. Leamington's not on here, okay. Northeast of Windsor, we have Tecumseh, as well as Lakeview, or Lakeshore, one of those, Lakeshore. South of Windsor, we have LaSalle, and then we have Amherstburg, as well as Essex, and here we have Kingsville. And let's get Chatham. Then north we have Sarnia. And I'm actually not sure about these four, so I'm gonna give up. We're gonna do it step at a time. So we got Point Edward, Plimpton, Wyoming, Petrolia, and Oil Springs. Okay. So let's just try to get Point Edward and Plimpton, Wyoming for now. So let's just start over. Six, Kingsville, Lakeshore, Tecumseh, and LaSalle. We have Sarnia, Chatham, and then we have Point Edward, and then we have Plimpton, Wyoming, and remember Oil Springs as well, and then I also remember Petrolia. Hey, what can you say? We just got all those 13 deep southwestern Ontario communities, just like that. Now we're going to move on to the shore of Lake Erie, I think. Let's get all these cities here on the border. So we got St. Thomas and Almire. Norfolk County is one big one. And then Haldimand County, as well as Port Colborne and Welland, I'm guessing. Fort Erie, okay. Fort Erie. So let's get St. Thomas, Almire, and then it is Norfolk County and Haldimand County, and then Port Erie, and then, oh goodness, Port Colborne. Okay, let's do that. Phil, let's keep it down there. So Lake, and then Tecumseh, and then we have Essex, and then south we have LaSalle and Amherstburg. We have Sarnia, as well as Port Edward, Point Edward, maybe. Point Edward. Okay, we have Plimpton, Wyoming. We have Petrolia, and then we have Oil Springs and Chatham. Okay, now we have St. Thomas, Almire, Almire, like that. There we go. And then we have Norfolk County, as well as Haldimand County, Port Colborne, and then Fort Erie, Fort Erie, Fort Erie. There you go. And then I wonder what that is, and if we can get it. Not sure. Okay, let's give up. Let's see what that one was. Newbury, London. Okay, well, we can get Newbury in London. And then let's go up here. So Goderich. Yeah, and then Saugeen Shores and Myreton. South Bruce Peninsula. It has 648 people. And then Newbury, which we're just going to do now, it has only 466. Crazy. Okay. Well, let's do that. So, and we can also get Goderich. London, Newbury, Goderich. Got it. Okay. Windsor. Not Leamington. Berg. Kingsville. Tecumseh. Lakeshore. LaSalle. And Essex. And then Sarnia. Port Edward. Just Port Edward. And then Plimpton, Wyoming, and then Petrolia and Oil Springs, and then Chatham, and then St. Thomas, and then Albemarle, and then Norfolk County, so it's Haldimand County, and Fort Erie, and Port Colborne. And then we have Newbury in London, as well as Goderich. We might be able to get a couple up here. South Bruce Peninsula, South Bruce, and then we have. Shoot, I forgot that one actually. Anyways, let's give up and see what that one is. Saugeen Shores. I don't know how I'm going to remember that actually. But yeah, we have quite a bit of green now. The bottom portion of the map. Let's get Saugeen Shores, and then let's do Oxford County and Wellington next, I think. Or that's Waterloo. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that's good. Got Middlesex. Okay, perfect. Okay, Saugeen Shores, and then as well as Saugeen Shores, we're gonna get Tillsonburg, Ingersoll, and Woodstock. Got it. Tillsonburg, Woodstock, Ingersoll, Saugeen Shores. Oh, hello. We had one viewer, guys. Okay. Pretty cool. Never had one of those. Okay, now we have Windsor. We have Kingsville. We have Tecumseh. We have, as well as Lakeshore. We have Essex. We have LaSalle. We have Amherstburg. We have Sarnia. We have Point Edwards, or Edward. We have Plimpton, Wyoming. We have Petrolia. And we have Bill Springs. Okay, and Chatham. Let's go along Erie. We have St. Thomas, Almire, Norfolk County, Haldimand County, Point Colborne, and Fort Erie. Surprised there's nothing in Niagara. This is every city in Ontario on a map. Maybe we should do next 100 biggest cities in Ontario. That would make more sense. Okay, and then we have Newbury, as well as London. And then up here we have Goderich, Saugeen Shores, in South Bruce Peninsula. Okay, now we have Tillsonburg, Woodstock, and Ingersoll. Okay, and can we get these? I think that's Brant. Oh, okay, we got Brant, and then we got, yeah, not even, it should actually, you know what? Niagara's probably, yeah, Niagara's included in this. Okay, I see. Anyways, let's do this map first, and that would be, shoot, Guelph? No, not Guelph, shoot. And then there's Waterloo, Kitch, oh, is it Cambridge? Cambridge. No, is it like Ayr? No. Brantford. There it is, Brantford. It was Brantford. Okay, well, we got quite a bit there. Can we get these two? What would that be? Shoot, I cannot recall. St. Mary's and Stratford. Okay, Bird and St. Mary's, yeah, I know them, but just couldn't figure them in my head. Okay, well, that's pretty much all of southwestern and like that area of Ontario. Stratford, St. Mary's, and let's get as well. Let's get Owen Sound, the Blue Mountains, and Hanover. Maybe we can get Stratford, St. Mary's, and Minto and Erin. Stratford, St. Mary's, Erin, and I forgot. Let's just get St. Mary's and Stratford. Windsor, Amherstburg, Kingsville, Essex, Lakeshore, Tecumseh, and LaSalle. Chatham, Sarnia, Point Edwards, Clinton, Wyoming, Petrolia, and then Oil Springs, Newbury, London, St. Thomas, Almire, Norfolk County, Haldimand County, Port Colborne, Fort Erie, and then Brantford, then we have Kitchener. No, let's do these first. Woodstock, Ingersoll, and Woodstock, Tillsonburg. Okay, now let's move up. So Waterloo, Kitchener, Cambridge, and let's do. Do we do Guelph yet? No, let's not do Guelph quite yet. And then we have Goderich. We have Saugeen Shores and South Bruce. Owen Sound, the Blue Mountains, and Hanover. I think I can get that one, so let's do that. So Owen Sound, and then we have the Blue Mountains, and then good. And then we have Stratford and St. Mary's, or St. Mary. Guelph, Minto, not quite sure what that is. Let's give up. We got Southwestern Ontario done completely now. Okay, let's see what it was. It was Erin. We have Shelburne, Orangeville, and Mono, and Grand Valley. So let's just do Erin, and let's continue on Georgia Bay here. So Collingwood and Wasaga Beach. Collingwood, Wasaga Beach, and then Erin. Okay. Start. Kings. And then we have LaSalle, Lakeshore, and Essex. And then Sarnia, Point Edward, Point Edward, and then let's just do Wyoming. Does that work? Wyoming. Okay. Wow. And then we have Oil Springs and then Petrolia. Okay. And Chatham. You can't forget Chatham. And then we have London and Newbury. And then south of London, we have St. Thomas and Almire. Then we have Norfolk County. Then we have Halton County. Then we have Port Colborne, as well as Fort Erie. And then we have Kitchener, or no, let's do Brantford. And then we have Kitchener. Waterloo. And Cambridge. Let's do Guelph now. So Guelph. And then Minto and Erin. And then we have Tillsonburg, Ingersoll, and Woodstock. And then we have Goderich. And then we have Saugeen Shores. And South Bruce. And then we have Stratford and St. Mary. And then we have Hanover, the Blue Mountains, and Owen Sound. And then we have Collingwood, and we have Wasaga Beach. And Barrie. Can we get let's see how many you can get from there. Barrie, like Aurelia, Midland, Pentanguishene, cannot spell it. Pentanguishene. Pentanguishene. Taguashine. Can we no. Taguashine. Holy cow. Can't spell it. That's okay. And then like Oromenon. Medalto. I can't spell it. Innisfil. And then Newmarket, isn't there? No, it's not. Simcoe. That's in southern Ontario, I'm pretty sure. So then, yeah, I think that's it. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, good. What are these? So, Bradford, West Gwillimbury, New Tecumseth, and Penetanguishene. 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 I think I got it. And then I'll try to get these. So Shelburne, Orangeville, Mono, and so I got Shelburne, Orangeville. Those down because they're bigger. And then we have Grand Valley. That's probably one of these small ones. Grand Valley. How much is Grand Valley? Population. Grand Valley. Can't be large. Like maybe 2.9 thousand. Okay. 2.9 thousand. There you go. And we have like Castleman, Marrickville, Wolford. Like what? Okay. So Penetanguishene, and then Orangeville, Shelburne, Mono, Grand Valley. And yeah, I'm gonna feel bad for not getting those, but I think we got him that time. Amherst. Tecumseh. Essex. Lakeshore. Sarnia. Point Edward. Plimpton. Spelled it wrong, didn't I? Plimpton. Okay, let's just do Wyoming then. And then Trolia. And Oil Springs. And Chatham. And then we have St. Thomas and Elmire. Norfolk County, Haldimand County, Port Colborne, and Fort Erie. And then we have London and Newbury. And then over here we have Tillsonburg to the south, Ingersoll to the west, and then Woodstock, and then Brant and Brantford. Not London, Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge, and then Guelph, as well as Minto and Erin, and then Stratford and St. Mary, Goderich, and then Saugeen Shores, South Bruce Peninsula, Owen Sound, Hanover. And then Orangeville, Shelburne, Grand Valley, Mono. And then we have Collingwood, Saga Beach, as well as Midland, and Penetanguishene. I spelt it. Let's go. That's crazy. Okay, and then we have, Aurelia, Barrie, Bradford, New Gwillimbury, I think. West Gwillimbury? I don't know. And that is Innisfil. There's one more. Can we get it? Oof. No, I can't. Can we get these? So Newmarket. And then I don't think Aurora is there, so let's think about this. Yeah, I think that's it, actually, for now. We'll get all of them, though, so. Tecumseh. Right. Tell me if I'm saying that wrong in the comments if you're watching this video after. You're likely not, but that's okay. New Tecumseh. Okay. New Tecumseh. And then we have, what's up north here? So, Gravenhurst and Bracebridge, right? Parry Sound. Georgina. And then East Gwillimbury. And that is Bradford, West Gwillimbury. And then East Gwillimbury. So this is like the Gwillimbury region, I'm guessing. And this is Whitchurch and Stouffville. Interesting. Yeah, I'm proud of this. So far we have 53. Beats the average score, which is 46. So that's good. We worked our way up. We still have lots of cities, though, in the Greater Toronto area. This is what I'm worried about. I know lots of them, like Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, Toronto, of course. This is I'm covering the name here. That's Brampton, I'm pretty sure, right? Caledon. Okay. This is Brampton. Vaughan, Richmond Hill, Aurora, Markham, Mississauga, Milton, Burlington. And then these ones, Niagara-on-the-Lake, Niagara Falls, Thorold, Thorold, Pelham? Is that what that one was? Pelham. And then Lincoln, Grimsby, Welland, Niagara Falls. Okay, yeah. And then we have all these in Northern Ontario, and then Eastern Ontario looks scary because I actually don't know much of these at all. Like, if you ask me to name cities in Eastern Ontario, yeah, I'm not good. Belleville, Kingston, Cornwall, Prince Edward, Peterborough, Bancroft. Yeah, that's it. What's this one way east here near Quebec? Hawkesbury. Oh, I know Hawkesbury. Okay, Hawkesbury. Okay, well, let's continue going on the quiz. We're doing around like Simcoe now, so that's New Tecumseh. And then we have on the lake there, that is Georgina. South is East Gwillimbury. And then that is okay. Whitchurch. Whitchurch. Let's think of White. I don't remember it. Because I'm pretty sure. And then Stouffville. Well, remember Stouffville with Whitchurch. So Windsor. Okay, this is getting repetitive. Okay, Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, Guelph, Minto, Erin, and then Stratford, Goderich, South Bruce, Saugeen Shores, Hanover, Owen Sound, Blue Mountains, Orangeville, Mono, Shelburne, Grand Valley, and then we have Whitchurch, Stouffville, and then Georgina, Newmarket, Bradford, Gwillimbury, and East Gwillimbury, East Gwillimbury. Okay, there. And then we have, oh shoot, New Comseth. And then Barry, Aurelia, Innisfil, Midland. There's another map here. Here we go. Midland, Penetanguishene, and then Wasaga Beach, and Collingwood. Holy cow. Why not get like Kawartha Lakes as well? Because I know that Kawartha Lakes, and Peterborough. Because why not? Just add that. And can we we're at Toronto now, so let's move on to like Toronto area. And let's see how many I know already. So we got Toronto. We have Niagara. Okay, there. Niagara Falls. Niagara Lake. Okay. And then we have down there that is. Okay, let's do Grimsby. Grimsby. What's this one? Is that Welland? It is Welland. Okay. And then these ones, I'm not quite sure. This is St. Catharines, I'm pretty sure. Okay. St. Catharines, and then that is Thorold. That's not Thorold, that's Thorold. Okay. Then Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, in the Toronto area, okay. North we have Brampton. We have I'm not thinking right now. Okay, we have Aurora, Vaughan, and then we have okay, that's not good. Oshawa, Pickering, Ajax, Markham, Richmond Hill. Okay. This one, I'm not quite sure what that is. It's not Scarborough, because that's closer to Toronto. Pickering, Ajax, Oshawa. Did I get Oshawa? Yeah, okay. So it's not that. Then up here, what's this? Oh gosh, okay, I'm not sure. I'm gonna give up on that one. See what it is. Caledon, Halton Hills, and Milton. I could have got Milton. And over here, that one was Whitby. And down here we have Pelham and Lincoln. They're probably small ones. Pelham's not that small. 17.1 thousand. And then, yeah, okay. Cool. But where's Lincoln? Lincoln. No, Lincoln's even bigger. 23.7 thousand. Okay. Surprising to me. Surprising. Okay, well, let's continue. So we got Pelham, Lincoln. And then we have Milton, and Halton Hills. Okay, yeah, you see signs for Halton Hills on the 401. And then you have Whitby. Okay. Let's do this. We've got this. In southwestern Ontario, like always. Chatham. And then Amherstburg, Essex, LaSalle, and Tecumseh. Then Sarnia, then Point Edward, Petrolia, Wyoming, Oil Springs, St. Thomas, Elmire. Stream's not ending until I get every single city, everyone. Might be an hour or so. London, Newbury, Port Colborne, Fort Erie, Norfolk, Haldimand, Seoul, Tilson, Woodstock, Brant, Brantford, Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, Guelph, Minto, Erin, Stratford, St. Mary. My voice is getting tired now. Goderich, South Bruce, Saugeen Shores. And then we have Hanover, Owen Sound, Blue Mountains, Orangeville, Shelburne, East Gwillimbury, China, Newmarket, Bradford, East Gwillimbury, Barrie, Aurelia, Innisfil, New Tecumseh, Seth, Collingwood, Midland, Saga Beach, Penetanguishene, Toronto, Oakville, Mississauga, Richmond Hill, Aurora, Vaughan, what's that one again? Okay, let's skip it for now. Calton, and then Brampton, Halton, Burlington, Hamilton, St. Catharines, Niagara, Welland, Grimsby, Pelham, Lincoln, and Thorold, Pickering, Ajax, Whitby, and Oshawa, and then just that one last one. Shoot. I'm gonna hate myself for this. Oh, Markham. Boom. So, really, that's done. Okay. Ontario is where I want to get stuck, isn't it? Oh, shoot, my phone's at 5%. 1 second. It's almost 7 o'clock at night. Minus 4 now. 45 minutes. Okay. So that's what Greater Toronto area is done. Bruce Peninsula, Blue Mountains, Niagara's Gardens done. Yes. So, Kawartha Lakes, right? Oh, I didn't give up still. Okay, sorry. Okay. Kawartha Lakes. Good. And Peterborough. Yep. And then oof. Cobourg. Okay. Cobourg. So let's get those ones. There's actually not as many as I thought, to be honest. But let's just get so Kawartha Lakes, Peterborough, Cobourg. Got it. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Okay. Retake quiz.